subscribe. Tariq Radio. Like and subscribe.
All right, Shilby, go ahead.
Yes. I gonna. Thank you for watching me and suggestion from me, Mike. Thank you so much. And I am a big fan of your Trump, sir. Thank you so much.
Lord, it's those Pakistanis. Okay, usually y'all call real late at night. Okay. It's these old scamming Pakistanis be calling, trying to get people to follow them so they can get some money. Okay, yeah, that's a little scam they got going on. They hop in these spaces. Hello, my name is Devi. I'm in Pakistan. I want to be your friend. I'm a good friend. You can follow me and cash up me. Okay, no. Go on in there and call your cousin Kamala Harris. Let's get Real NY Towel in the building. Real NY Towel in the building. I think that's your name. All right, Real, where you at, man? All right. Let's let me see.
Hey, how you doing, brother?
Let's get Riviera.
Real is on the mic. I'll wait.
Okay, Real, what's happening?
Man, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying, Tariq.
Real?
No, I'm the Real Night Owl.
All right, Real ain't saying nothing. Real ain't saying nothing. All
Well,
right.
because
So Real, let's give it a try because Real is not saying anything.
Okay, can you hear me?
All right, Ribby.
Yeah, I think I can hear him, but he can't hear me.
Okay, you can hear him talking?
Yeah, I can hear him. I don't think you can hear him.
I can't hear him at all.
Oh, wow.
Let me see what's going on. Can you guys hear this Real guy? Hold on, let me see something. Ladies, and if you can y'all hear, y'all can't hear him either? I can't hear him.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear?
Okay, I can't hear him at all.
I'm talking.
I hear him.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't hear him.
Is that well?
I do not hear him. I don't hear him at all.
I hear him. Drop him down and come back up.
We'll do that. MB, what's going on? I don't know why I can't hear him, but go ahead, brother.
Yeah, what's up, Reek, man? Long time no hear. Matter of fact, that's not even my real acronym, man. My acronym is Chaka Ben, man. Chaka Ben Judah with Black Issues. I seen you stuff a lot, man.
Oh, there you go.
But how you doing, brother? How you doing?
How are you, sir?
As a matter of fact, I met you at the rally. I was the one that gave you that burgundy shirt with the gold FBA on it, with the Washington, D.C. logo.
I'm trying to remember because so many people gave me clothes and books. Yeah. I'm trying to.
Yeah.
But shout out to you. Are you from D.C. or where are you from?
Yeah, D.C., man. Yeah, born and raised in D.C. People from Bennettsville, South Carolina, Franklin, North Carolina. Yeah.
My man. I appreciate that, man. Shout out.
But yeah, so as far as these man, you see, a lot of them, it's like they basically imploded. You know what I mean? They imploded. They kept trying to push this, insulin, gay, abortion agenda. People like you kept trying to get them to come to the table.
Yeah.
Sit down and talk and chop it up. That way they can at least get an idea and a gist of what we want. Not to say they're going to do everything we want, but at least try to address some of the issues. Like you said, if they didn't even do the crime bill, they would have probably had majority of the vote. But they don't realize is this. See, I sit back and I watch and I analyze. 20% of us didn't vote, either voted for, 20% didn't vote. And that 20% is what hurt them. 10% sat home and 10% voted for Trump. So, it's like them coming at the end with this ass agenda for Black people, which is nothing but a DEI,
right,
all inclusion, and then they try to see they like to use us as the poster child, They put the Black face up there as the poster child,
Right.
And
right.
and then they try to blow us up with, see, look, we have all the, and then what is the $25,000 going to do that you're going to get a house with that you got to pay back as a loan? It's not even a grant. It was a home, excuse my French, you're not even going to be able to really enjoy it as a grant to go towards it. And $25,000 towards houses right now that are overly marketed price, that's ridiculous. Now you're paying back 2 white institutions for what? And what's the gain in that, man? She's a joke, man.
Right. Thank you so much, brother. But yeah, going back to the crime bill. See, that's the thing. See, there was one thing about reparations, because with reparations, they, the excuse was, oh, the economy and the money. Oh, it's going to be a lot of money. Oh, all that money. Oh, what's going to happen with all that money, that money, that money, that money? But they have it. They have it. But that was their excuse. All of the stuff that was going to be, where's the money going to come from? And all the money, we got to get the money, 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 money. It was the same money that they're using for these immigrants. That's where the money would come from. But with a crime bill, they didn't even do that. Now, the crime bill, a specific crime bill for us, that don't cost nothing. That don't cost anything. You don't lose anything. They didn't even want to do that. That was, to me, that was the most disrespectful. You couldn't even do a crime bill like y'all did with Asians. All they did was explain and lie. Remember how they just kept lying, talking about ain't no Asian hate crime bill? Yeah, that crime bill, that COVID-19, that's an Asian hate crime bill. When you read it, that is an Asian hate crime bill. In that crime bill, they denounced anti-Asian hate in all forms. They have never done that for any anti-Black hate. They have not put a bill out there specifically saying they denounce anti-Black hate. And a crime bill with that same very specific wording, that would be sufficient. We would rock with that. We would rock with that. And that would get some voters to a certain degree, at least that, to a certain degree. I mean, we still going to need some tangibles. Let's get Asada. Hey,
Hi,
Asada, how are
Tariq.
you?
I cannot complain. How are you? I appreciate your platform. You really had me laughing tonight. You're so hilarious. I want to come out and say that I am one of the 10% that the young man was mentioning who voted for Trump. I actually came out of retirement because I was one that after I voted for Barack Obama in 2012, I realized that it was so much blood on my hands, do a lot of research, and I was just like, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. 2016, I actually was a Trump supporter, but I still didn't go out and vote. But then when this Indian lady with that pretends that she cooks collard greens in the tub and all that other stuff, cleans her collard greens in the tub, and trouble don't last always, enjoy in the morning, lady ran, and it was just straight off of identity politics. That's not even her identity. And then Meg Thee Stallion is shaking her ass, and just it was just an insult to me. It wasn't anything. Just like you said, even if they just did the crime bill, and this lady was like, "Well, I'm not going to do anything specific for Black people," and and just speaking like she's drunk and just talking around using word salads and just saying a bunch of words but not ever really saying anything, and just literally riding off of the fact that Black people are just they love the Black face. They love the Black face, and they haven't really identified yet that the Black face is what's used to come against our people. And I try to tell our people, like, if Black really meant anything to y'all, we would actually be way further ahead than what we are. Like, Huey P. Newton did a lot for Black people, and he was killed by a Black person. Like, that doesn't mean that just because a person is Black, they're on our side. But again, this lady's not even Black. She has no ties to the United States and slavery. And as far as having ancestors in the United States that, were the original Indians and all that other stuff. And then I even saw something with Trump today that I thought was really funny, because he was sitting in front of the Senate or something, and he looked like he was a little bit younger, but he was challenging the $5 Indians. He was just like, yeah, they don't look like Indians to me.
Yeah, I saw that.
They don't, and what Black people don't know is that a lot of times, they get us to look to Africa, but they ignore the fact that they have Cherokee grandmothers with long braids and pictures of them, like, you are the Indians, like, this is your land. Like, So I'm just excited about everything. A lot of people don't realize it's like it. I hate what politics does to people because me personally, I really don't care who anybody voted for. But it's just the demons that it brings out of people and all this fear and all this extra stuff. It's just like unite. All you got to do is just turn up and unite. Support each other's businesses. Support each other. Make sense of everything and actually talk to people instead of being angry and find out exactly what it is. And it's just like when I actually give people a platform to speak on why. It's usually their hate for this man, their fear for this man, the media that portrays this man a certain way, even though it's owned by, the big six who controls everything. These people are scripted actors with talking points that they repeat. And then when you hear these women repeat, and I hear these women say things, and they're like, oh, I want the right to kill your child at 30 weeks gestation. Like, what about your body, your choice? You have the choice to close your legs. You have the choice to use all of this protection. We have Plan Bs, we have birth control, we have Norplants, we have all type of preventative measures, and then you guys are fear mongering about the 1% of rape and the 1% of incest. But the 75% of y'all just, are really focused on wealth care, meaning, oh, I can't take care of this baby that I, open my legs to have. So it's just, I'm just enjoying watching, everything and what it's doing to people. I'm a very emotionally intelligent person, so I don't, I'm not going to be the one fighting in the streets, and I'm just watching what's happening. It's amazing to me. You have women, the brainwashing, like I said.
Thank you so much. Let me land your plane. I got to get some other calls, but thank you, beloved. But yeah, the sister hit on some very interesting points here that we gotta really recognize our ties and lineage to this land here. That's very important. Recognizing our lineage to the land. That's very, very important because they try to make us foreigners on our own land. We can't let people do that. And we got to watch out because other people, because we're looking at our lineage here, you got people who are foreigners trying to crowbar themselves into the Aboriginal Foundation too. I saw some chick earlier today who was Nigerian. She had a Nigerian flag on her thing, but she was claiming Gullah Geechee. And there were some people in the comments like, "Hey," and she was like, "Yeah, we need to we need to do this and we need to do that." And people like, "Why you got a Nigerian flag and you talking about we and us?" She's like, "I'm Gullah Geechee." And I'm like, "How you Gullah Geechee with a Nigerian flag?" Well, my family came over from Nigeria and settled in South Carolina. Now we Gullah Geechee. What? What? And she really didn't elaborate. I'm like, what? I'm trying to see how you connected those dots because I've seen some foreigners. What they'll try to do, they'll use Gullah Geechee to try to crowbar themselves in it because see, the Gullah Geechee people, they have they acknowledge some of their African lineage, so they retained some of the lineage and some of the customs that came from West Africa. So they're one of the few groups of Black people that retain a lot of things directly from West Africa. So I think the Tether class tries to use that as a way to try to crowbar themselves into the foundational Black American lineage, which it's still clumsy. They can't quite do it, but y'all really got to watch when people claim Gullah. You watch when people do that because I'm looking at a lot of Tethers, and I think they kind of look at the Gullah Geechees as a Trojan horse for them because the Gullah Geechees have foundational Black American lineage here, yet they claim a lot of the African heritage. So the Tethers will be like, well, I'm African, I'm West African, and the Gullah Geechees are West African, so I'm Gullah Geechee. I'm dealing with the Gullah Geechees. You see what I'm saying? That's like a little clumsy crowbarring they're trying to do from what I'm seeing. We got to watch that Because people try to get in where they fit in. Alan, what's up, brother? Mr. Allen, hop in.
Hey, yeah. I don't have much to say. Really appreciate the space. I think it's really intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
Conversation needs to happen. You know, I actually just found out, you know, did a DNA test, kind of funny. Found out that I'm actually Nigerian and a little bit Jewish too. And so it's very interesting, this conversation. And
What's the percentage of Nigerian do you have in you?
6%.
Got it. And their predominant DNA, where's that from?
That is Wales.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Wales.
So with that 6% Nigerian, do you think you would possibly qualify for reparations?
I don't care about that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about that. I don't think that it's important. I think that we really need to focus on the idea that we as Americans, because we are all Americans and we are equal to everybody else, I believe that we need to focus on the idea that we are equal and we can rise up on our merits and we can be better. And there's nobody telling us we can't. And I think it does us a disservice to not believe in ourselves. So,
But do you acknowledge that there are groups, in particular groups like Foundational Black Americans, that have had systematic oppression that has thwarted us?
absolutely, 100%, 100%. I mean, everything from abortion clinics to lack of education to focusing on certain parts of education versus other parts of education. Absolutely. Where I grew up, it was 99%. It was the disciples. It was, I mean, all gangs everywhere.
You in Chicago?
Okay.
You were in Chicago?
No, St. Louis.
St. Louis. Okay, got it.
About 10 minutes from East St. Louis. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so it was rough, but the fact is that we have to, and this is something I didn't realize when I was a kid, we have to recognize that we are the same and just as worthy. And there's nobody that can shut us off.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
There you go. Well, yeah, well, they need to give us compensation. We need to get compensation because we were not treated the same. That's the problem. We as Foundational Black Americans were not treated the same. We were supposed to be the same, but we were marginalized and we were targeted based on race. So that has to be compensated because we were never compensated. We were broken and we had to try to repair ourselves the best we could. And we were targeted and thwarted, and that has to be compensated. And not only, and we got to understand this, see, when we were targeted based on race, they monetized that. And they used that racial targeting to build the wealth of this nation, not just in slavery, because we know in slavery we had to work for free. That's how they made all this wealth. Well, you had these people who you can work and not pay them. You're just making all profits. These other societies around the world were not making basically 100% profit with very little overhead. Where you don't have to pay the people that's building, yeah, you're going to become the most wealthiest nation in the world. You're not paying the workers. You see? And then after slavery, see, people think it was just going down during slavery. After slavery, you better understand when they did these little laws, the black codes and all of these Jim Crow laws to further marginalize us, and they started putting us in jail for any reason. If you drank from a water fountain, if you were out at night after 6 o'clock or whatever, they would criminalize your blackness. Everything you did was criminalized, which is criminalized now to a certain degree, but just not on paper anymore. It's through common law. But back then on paper, they would just explicitly say it. If a black person, if you're walking across the street and there's white people and you don't move, that's a crime. If you're a black person and you drink from this water fountain, that's a crime. If you're a black person, you sit in that chair, that's a crime, and you can go to jail. And when black people were in jail, they were doing the convict leasing, family. We better understand the convict leasing game, because a lot of these corporations, they were using black people who were convicts to do a lot of the work to build these major industries like U.S. Steel. All of these, they were using black folks to mine the steel, the iron ore and the coal mines. They had black convicts in there. Black convicts building the railroads, further expanding the railroads. We were already doing that in slavery. But yeah, doing the textiles, it was black people making the bricks and the concrete for all of these major businesses and buildings, that all the skyscrapers. That was black convicts doing that, making the raw materials. The lumber, they had black people doing the raw lumber making for a lot of the building of the houses and skyscrapers and suburban houses. Yeah, it's bigger than what people want to imagine. But they were using that free convict labor to do all of that stuff too. That's why they would try to get as many of us in prison as possible so they can still put us in slavery, which is what they do now to a certain degree. You know, they keep it quiet about all the things that people are making in prisons right now. People are still making all types of products in prison that's being sold to major corporations. So we got to put all that in perspective. Let's get do the right thing. Do the right thing. Wait, my bad. I didn't put you on. My bad. On me, brother. Mr. Do the right thing. Hop on, sir. Do the right.
Can you hear
Yes,
me?
I can.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. All right. Thanks for having me. Shout out to the family. Listen, I think we need to come to the realization that there are two types of black voters in the country now. There's FBA, and then there is everybody else.
Yeah.
And I think that we are voting, and we can see through this election that they're voting against us now. We can see that these Tethers they're voting for Kamala.
Yeah.
Most of us are voting for Trump. So there you have it right there. We have two different political viewpoints. So it's very important when we're checking out. Hello?
I don't
Who's
want
that?
to be long-winded. I'm not trying to prove to be some super scholar.
Who is that?
Real. Hold on, real.
What the hell is going on? Can you
I
hear me?
can hear you, brother. It's somebody else.
Okay,
Go
sorry.
ahead.
I forgot what I was saying. I don't know who that was. Listen, we need to think about moving forward, re-identifying what it is and what it means to be black in this country. We're having a problem now because this is unprecedented. We're dealing with migrants coming here from different countries. We didn't have to deal with this 30 years ago. So this is all new. We need to redefine who can say they're black and who can't. That's what we need to define. And I think that Freeman's Bureau is going to really, how many, Tariq, would you say, how many black immigrants are in the country right now? Do we have any idea?
I don't even know at this point.
That's what I'm saying. We don't even know how many are here.
Mm-hmm.
But look at their presence on social media. Think about Myron Gaines. Think about Roland Martin, Mark Lamont Hill, Anton Daniels, this other girl, Bohemian girl. I see. I'm like, why are all these Tethers with all of this present? Where are the FBAs? Mm-hmm. Where are we at on social media? Because they're speaking for us. All of them people I just named, they're speaking for Black Americans, and they're all Tethers. Mm-hmm. I just named Candace Owens too. They're all Tethers.
Oh yeah.
Where are the FBAs? Where are they? We're the majority of the people here. Why aren't we present in social media? I don't hear our voices. Mm-hmm. And what do you think of that? What is your opinion?
Well, thank you so much. Real, what's up, brother?
Hey, how you doing, my brother?
I'm good. How are you?
And I'm great. I just want to say what an honor it is to finally speak to you, brother. I respect. I'm a FBA. My father from Louisiana. My whole family from Louisiana. I was born in Long Beach, raised in Compton. You know what I'm saying? So, my mama and her side of the family, Native American. You know, and I just wanted to add on and just say, you know, I appreciate you and all the brothers riding for the FBA, their lineage and everything. Keep doing it because other than Tethers, we have a real serious problem with these Pan-Africanists.
Yeah.
They are the gateway for Tethers to come into this country. They are caping hard for all Tethers.
What part of the country do you live in, brother?
Well, off of Avalon and the Laundry. I'm from the Twilight Zone.
Oh, okay. Are you still out here now?
You heard it? No, I'm not out here. I'm not in California right now. I moved out of state because California did us bad. Me and my family. I've been married 18 years. I got 5 kids. You know what I'm saying? To an FBA woman from Long Beach. And, you know, we couldn't even live we was homeless in California. That's how bad Democrats treat black people in California. I've always said that California is more racist than any deep South. Any country, any state in America, you think it's racist, well, you come to California.
Were you out here when Chief Daryl Gates was out here running the LAPD?
Yes, sir. I was born and raised with it, and punk ass Willie Williams too.
Oh yeah, yeah. They got that Sambo. Yeah, I said that the other day when I lived in Alabama. You know, they had racism, but I didn't really see the real deal racism until I came out here. It was real pronounced, and I'm like, this is all so-called liberal out here. They were smashing down on brothers, running up in people's cribs with damn tanks. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, when I came out here to California as a teen, and I saw them running up in people's houses with batarams every other damn morning, I'm like, what the hell? And they supposed to be all liberal? Sure, yeah, I got a wake-up call very early on. That liberal conservative thing when it came to the dominant society. It was like a distinction without a difference.
From New York Times best-selling author Tariq Nasheed comes Foundational Black American Race Baiter, the groundbreaking book shaking up the conversation on race in America. As one of the most influential voices for Black Americans today, Nasheed exposes the tactics used to manipulate, subjugate, and control Black communities. In this powerful read, Tariq Nasheed equips you with the knowledge to resist injustice and reclaim your narrative. Don't miss out on the book that's redefining the game. Foundational Black American Race Baiter, available now at officialfba.com. Get your copy today.